Welcome back to another episode of UreMusic Mentor, the podcast where we dive deep into the world of music theory, composition, and ear training. I'm Kevin Ure, and today we're going to explore a crucial aspect of musicianship, musical timing. Whether you're a seasoned musician or just starting out, mastering timing can significantly elevate your performance and enjoyment in music. So let's get started with some expert tips and tricks to enhance your musical journey. Welcome back to the UreMusic Mentor podcast, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of music and debunk common myths. I'm your host, Kevin Ure, and today we're going to explore rhythm and how can you increase your timing in music. I should also note that I've written several books, including The Elements of Music Composition and the Music Composition Technique Builder. I encourage you to check these out. Let me know what you think. Now let's talk about rhythm. First up, let's talk about the importance of practicing with a metronome. A metronome is an essential tool for developing a consistent sense of timing. Start by setting it to a comfortable tempo and play along with it. Gradually increase the tempo as you become more confident. This practice can help you internalize the beat and improve your rhythmic accuracy. This is extremely important. When you practice a rhythm without a metronome, you're naturally going to speed up and slow down. But the metronome, that constant click, and you can get free metronomes on app stores, online, they're all over the place. But that constant click keeps you steady. It lets you know if you're speeding up or slowing down. There's a lot of jokes about this. Like there's a guy looking at a metronome playing his violin, and the metronome says, "You know I'm always right." Because the metronome doesn't speed up or slow down. And when we practice, we tend to have phasing without a metronome, where sometimes we speed up, sometimes we slow down. The metronome keeps us honest. So the metronomes are extremely important. You should really practice with a metronome for technical exercises, and then I recommend without a metronome once you've learned the piece and you want to start to create style and interpret it a little bit more fluidly. Record yourself. Another effective technique is to record yourself. When you play or sing, record your performance and listen back to it. Pay attention to any inconsistencies in your timing. This self-assessment can be incredibly revealing and will guide you on to areas that need improvement. It's going to help you with your pitch, your intonation, everything about your performance. Because when you are playing, you're in the performance. You're not able to hear everything going on. When you stop playing and listen to a recording, all of a sudden you can act as the audience and you can see all kinds of things that need to be improved about your performance. So recording yourself is highly important, highly good technique. I record myself all the time when I practice. Subdividing is also really important. So let's move on to subdividing the beat. Understanding and feeling the subdivisions of a beat can greatly enhance your timing. Practice clapping or tapping along to different subdivisions, such as quarter notes, eighth notes, and triplets. This will help you develop a more nuanced sense of rhythm. So let's say you have a tempo. That's your basic beat. If you want to subdivide, and let's say these are quarter notes, eighth notes are going to be twice as fast. So you have a metronome going and you try and clap those in eighth notes. And one of the ways we can use numbers and words to represent the eighth note is we can say 1, 2, 3, 4 for the quarter note. And then we can say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and for the eighth note. This helps us subdivide. For triplets, they often say triplet, triplet, triplet. So if this is your beat, triplet, 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 triplet. That is another way of counting triplets. So it's good to learn about subdivisions, and there are a lot of courses that can teach you about that. So later in the Flawless course, once you get into level 2, we actually start to introduce the concept of rhythm, and we start practicing some rhythms. But until then, you can always just get a book of rhythms or create your own and practice subdividing and counting them along with the metronome. One of my favorite exercises is marching to a pulse. This technique is known as Eurythmics. It involves moving your body in time with the beat. It's really a fun and effective way to internalize the rhythm and improve your timing. Plus, it's a great way to get some physical exercise while practicing. One of my first jobs out of graduate school was to work at Wildcat School. This was a school affiliated with the University of Arizona. The idea was that if the students graduated, they'd get support to be able to attend the University of Arizona. And it served at-risk populations. And one of the things that I did was I would have them clap. I would have the students try and listen for their heartbeat and then clap a steady tempo that represented the beginning of each beat of their heartbeat. So the heartbeat was like bum, 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 bum. They would clap bum, 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 bum. Or maybe they try and get the first beat. The first beat was even harder. So you can try and march to whatever your current pulse is. You just kind of keep your fingers on your pulse and you try and keep time with that. It's actually a very difficult thing to do, but it forces you to really focus in on your body and your timing. And since rhythm is such a physical thing, this is a great way to kind of develop your rhythm. Plus, your pulse is going to change as you start moving. So that's a really good technique that you can incorporate into your routine. Let's not forget the power of playing with others. Jamming with fellow musicians can be a fantastic way to improve your timing. It forces you to stay in sync with the group and adapt to different rhythmic patterns. Whether it's a band rehearsal or a casual session, playing with others will sharpen your timing skills. I remember I had been teaching music theory and sight singing at the university for about 6 years. And then I got tired of sort of the disconnected aspect of being a musician, where a lot of the concepts were abstract. I was teaching students to recognize intervals. We were singing in class, but I wasn't serving as an active participant in performance. And so I had this opportunity to join the Las Vegas Brass Band. And so I joined them. And the first thing that I realized was how important it is to actually play with others. Because when you play in a band, then tempo takes on a whole new life. And you have to pay attention to the conductor. You're paying attention to everybody around you. And you're really trying to play in time in a way that you don't really get in a classroom of 35 to 40 people in some instances. So playing in an ensemble really does help to refine your timing. And there's often community bands and local bands. Check with your local university and see if they have a community band that is accepting applications from the public. You'll find that a lot of cities do have these, so that may be an option for you. Or look for a local group that just gets together and plays music. Lastly, remember to practice with intention. It's important to practice intentionally. Set aside dedicated time to focus solely on your timing. Use a variety of exercises and techniques to keep your practice sessions engaging and effective. Consistency is key. So make timing practice a regular part of your routine, and you will notice that it's just one more tool in this skill that you're trying to build, this ability that you're trying to create where you can appreciate and get into music more effectively. That's all for today's episode on enhancing your musical timing. I hope you found these tips and tricks helpful. Remember, improving your timing just takes time and patience, but with consistent practice, you'll see results. If you have any questions or topic you'd like us to cover in future sessions, please feel free to reach out. Until next time, keep practicing and stay musical.